Hi guys, this particular broadcast we are just releasing uh, to describe how to debug Springboot microservice. So first you need to understand that how to debug that microservice. For that you need to understand that what type of problem it is. Correct. So let's say there are different problems are there when we are trying to debug any microservice, right? So let's say in the build phase, if you are facing some problem during the development phase, so right, is this a configuration related problem, right? You can check that application.properties, right? Is this host, port, or all of the required details are there or not? If you are facing any problem with related to Spring Boot version, Spring Cloud version, or Java version, so you can check the compatibility, because there is a Spring Boot version is also have a dependency on Java version, and Spring Cloud has also some, you can say, version dependency. So you that is coming through a release stream. So you need to check that versions and compatibility. Correct. So that is one thing. If you are using any database, so is this database connection details are there or not? And is it proper? Means is this you can say is really correct? So these connectivity details you can check it. If your service is connecting to other service, then you can check that is this URL is connected or not. If it is connected through a Eureka server, then check that is this Eureka server details is already there or not, or have you used proper annotations and other details to connect to Eureka server? So means whatever features you are using it, you need to check it through your annotations, properties, and other details, right? Because how you are communicating, right? That is very important, how you are implementing the concept. But for that, you need to be at least at some certain level, you need to have a good understanding of this concept. Maybe for log aggregations, let's say you are using a Zipkin or ELK stack, or if you are using a Prometheus, so you need to have a good understanding of actuators. If you are using a, you can say API gateway, how API gateway works, how you have configured these things. If you are using a Spring security, how you have implemented. So there are multiple, you can say, concepts you need to debug differently, but you need to have a fair understanding of the concepts, how to implement it, right? Then you can debug it. If you are debugging these microservices into production, so you can check that logs, and then you can take it. So maybe you can use the kubectl logs for that container, or maybe in the pod you can check it. Maybe you can download these logs, or you can get it. Maybe you can see through a log aggregation through Zipkin, and you can check it. So multiple ways you can just check it the logs, and then you can also debug it. So this is the way you can check it. Connectivity, networking issues, you need to debug separately. Check it for that. Is the support is open or not? What type of service you have used through Kubernetes for exposing purpose. So there is a Kubernetes debugging steps are there. There are a Docker debugging steps are there. So these are separate. These are also you can use, and you can, if you have some debugging steps related to AWS, then also you need to just check it. Correct. So depends on the environment, what are the tools you are using. Based on that, you need to start debugging it. Okay. But you need to check the logs and check that where you are facing a problem, and then you can just do it. So this is the way you can debug it, right? So debugging skills is really very important, not for microservices, but for any skills. So I strongly suggest you need to master into debugging, correct? So you can solve any such problem here. And you need to have proper reasons. As much as you will drill down to your problem, then you can easily fix it up. So I hope you got the some required points. Correct. So you can just subscribe our channel, Ashish Academy. If you are listening onto a YouTube, if you are listening in through a mail, you can just get that YouTube link here, channel link into a comments or maybe into a description. Then you can just subscribe the channel and get much more details here. Thank you.